Hello, everyone.
Vlad Ellis, Denis Mollov is here.
And as usual, we'll share our thoughts on topics which arise when we communicate with customers. And one of these topics, which we find very critical in these days, are hurdles of migrating to the new software. Denis, both of us, we've been through this path for many, many years. We've been helping customers migrate, and we see the critical points when customers are asking questions, they're sharing their difficulties, they're sharing their expectations and how we meet them. So let's talk about the fear. The fear number one, is it going to be hard to migrate?
Okay, let's make a roadmap on that, because we have to pass through a couple of steps when it comes to migration. I don't understand why the fears are taking place in case when you have to migrate a platform from one supplier to another, simply because you're migrating everything depending on what you have, on what you have to be with in the near future, and moreover, what is your expectations. Firstly, I'm gonna just write what is exactly the migration and why the fears are coming up, and then I'm gonna explain what is the main thing that people have to, take as a step. Firstly, you have infrastructure, right? You have to migrate everything: database, CDRs, cloud premises, doesn't matter. I mean, it's a headache indeed. But when it comes to expertise, when it comes to migration, for sure you have to be sure in what the provider you have to take the hand. Meaning, for the first place, you have to be sure who is the one that is migrating your platform, where he's migrating your platform, how he's gonna be supplying and how he's be migrating the data, because this is the most important and nobody wants to lose his data. And secondly, how everything is gonna be made smoothly, fastly enough to be able to start working immediately. So this is, in a very short way, how the migration has to take place.
Yeah, and over the years, we've done, I would say, tens of migrations.
Hundreds of migrations.
Yeah, maybe hundreds of migrations. We've been migrating from other platforms. We've been updating on our platforms. We've been updating customers migrating from one colocation to another. We've been helping our customers being able to comply with the regulation rules implementing in this specific country. We've done unique backup solutions for regulations demands. And one key point of what we're doing is the data safety. That's the key point, what we provide to the customers. Can you share what we do on that?
Actually, it's a very interesting question, simply because we as a team, we have a 22 years expertise in the migration, particularly. So what we are trying and what we are doing, especially is we are taking the data, firstly, we are migrating to our premises, doesn't matter, or the premises on the client. We are just sharing everything as a roadmap. We know where exactly how to make it. And before that, just to summarize, we are not touching anything on the premises of the current platform that the client has, meaning that he's able to operate with his traffic, with his operation. Simply, we are just getting everything on us. And furthermore, we are doing that remotely. So this is a huge plus. And there is a way that the client can just switch off his current platform and he switch on the new one, and he has everything on hand. And also, meanwhile, we are making the training for the customer to be able to start working immediately with our system, currently MediaCore, I can say it, right?
Yes.
So he's able to start working immediately. And he has everything for 24 hours. And there is nothing to complain for. Customers or the partners has the fear that they can lose something during the process, or they will be not able to work smoothly with the current platform, able to use the operation in the right moment, or what exactly they're about to set up. But the system is so user friendly, and we have 24/7 support as well, which is built on the way that the customer, if he's a new one, with priority we have to provide the demand to start working immediately on the market. So basically, on the expertise that we have, we had a case where we migrate for 24 hours. The customers on the very end, last day on the week, it was Thursday, on Friday he was able to work with around 1,100 concurrent codes immediately after the migration, which means that for him there is no migration. For him it's just switching from something,
from one IP address to another IP address,
Indeed.
From one interface to another interface.
Indeed, yeah. And basically it's happening because the customer is looking for a new feature, or he's trying to find out something that it's better for him, for his business. So at the end of the day, you have the MediaCore working on the same premises made by us remotely, and this is what we are doing, everything from A to Z.
We've been discussing with the customers many times various types of risks which can happen, and there are two. We've differentiate. There are two types of risks: perceived risks. Maybe people are expecting that something is risky, and real risks. And we always split it into the real one to perceived one. And perceived one are most they're based on the cases which they had with their previous vendors, with their previous experience. And the real ones, we always share what we have with our experience and what we have with our solution, how we can help them mitigate those risks. Can we focus?
Actually, this is the psychology of the whole market as it is. We simply cannot change that. We cannot say to anybody what to think, how to think, and how to proceed, or if he is about to move ahead. So these are fears that we don't have the possibility for control. The only control that we have is the way that we are migrating and how we are migrating. To prove that, we have a case studies of, let's say, we have, as I said, hundreds of cases, but we have a couple of cases in our website where the people simply can see how the migrations are taking place, what has been done for companies that are for decades on the market. So they can see, they can ask, because the market is niche. They have friends, they have partners, they know whom.
They know whom to ask.
Yes, indeed. And we are not the people that we have to ask for ourselves how we are doing the migration. So I am just asking the people to strive to be more demand on their partners, and to ask how MediaCore is making their migration, how these guys are managing to make the migration, how they are doing the migration, what they are doing during the migration. I mean, if I'm, let's say, from the side of a partner or customer, and you're the provider of MediaCore, I will ask you how you're doing that, and then I'm gonna double check if it's true.
If you like the answers, if you see them the logical enough, if you see them proven, that's obvious questions.
Yeah, because from the technical side, we have to make a different podcast and to speak about all these technical specifications that we are about to work on. But the most important is how the managers are seeing their systems to work. Because if it's a work, it works. If there is a profit, then it works.
Yeah.
If there is a way how you can improve your business, then it works. I mean, there's so many different stories, so many different case studies, so many partners that they can prove about it, about everything that we are speaking about. So let them ask. let them try to see.
Yeah, that's very true. And coming to the manager's point of view, not just business owner's point of view, it's very important we know that, and it's very important to notice that some habits which managers had with the previous vendors of the software or solutions, they will need to change it a bit, step by step, because it's obviously a different interface, different solution altogether. And the ability of MediaCore is to meet more demands, more requests which are available on the market. And obviously there is some learning curve, some changes which need to be run by the management of the company. And the account managers who work on the system, they see the challenges of the new software, so new interfaces, and altogether it's like a challenge for them.
Of course, we are here. I mean, if we take the other side from the coin and see what they are seeing in our interface, because it's a bit out of the migration, because the migration it's a pain, it's a headache, but for us it's something that we can build immediately and to provide the solution with the training from everything. Nobody wants to change something if it works. I mean, it's normal. You're changing something if you see issues or
benefits of change.
Indeed. Or you're trying to cut off the expenditures, because it's indeed a story that we never change the prices for the last 10 years. Who gonna say that? I mean, we are a conservative company taking care about the partners, not about only the migration, but they're just taking the advantage from the same prices, which means that they will be able to build a roadmap, to have the plan, and to see what their expenditures will be for the future and where they can concentrate their margins. Because we see how the providers are changing the prices, either because of the software or salaries or infrastructure. So this is a very simple way that we can explain why the migration is beneficial, why we can take care about it. Also, we take the risk 100, not 99%. The 100% during the migration, the risk it's on us. It's not on the customer side, because it's written in the contract. If anything happens, Speedflow as a provider is the one who will be taking the responsibility.
Yes, that's true.
So we, at least I don't remember if we had a case single. Yeah, we are human. Sometimes we are doing errors, but I'm not, at least I cannot remember a case where we had a screw issue during the migration, because for us it's something that we are doing on a daily basis.
Yeah, not on a daily, yeah, but we have procedures for that.
True,
luckily true. Not daily basis.
True.
Yeah, that's very true. The one thing about the MediaCore and when the people are migrating, we call it like quick wins. That the people immediately see some benefits of using our software. Can you share that?
Yeah, actually, it's this is something like it's like in the real life. You're doing a new step for you in life, and you see the benefits after when you just step ahead. Mm-hmm. So the same it's with the migration. The same it's with the new working with Speedflow or MediaCore as a provider, simply because you know what you have, because we have the demo. You can see before the migration how it's gonna be working, the process. You can see to set up, to see the routing, the billing, everything you can see before the migration. Also, you're gonna see what is the product itself, and you can have the training before the migration. So we have basically everything, and you just have to take the step on the migration, and you know the product already. Also, we had the cases where we made the training before the migration. As I said, during the migration it takes a couple of days or 1 day, and in that day we are giving the training for our future partners, and they just take the migration, they start working immediately. So this is the step, but you're in a step, and I'm saying a beneficial step, because there is no worse migration. You know beforehand what you're gonna win on the next step. Yep. You're not just taking something on blind, but you're just jumping in something that you already know, that you're familiar, or your team is acquainted with everything, with the features, because our cases are, we need something specifically that we don't have currently with the platform that we are using. We are providing this service, we are showing the features, how they work, the people understand, test with their future partners, and they know exactly where they will be concentrated. So this is a step for them in the beneficial way. And in my experience, I never had a case that we made the migration and I can experience a further migration from MediaCore to another switch. So this is something that we can share openly here.
To summarize it, any practical advice to the company who is considering migration?
Just make the shot. I mean, just go ahead. If you're not satisfied with something, and if we are talking about your business and you're not satisfied, we just contact us. And my practical advice is gonna be really practical, because we will be not making the romantic side of the migration. We will show to our future partners what they gonna take, how we gonna work, how we gonna make the migration. We're gonna make the roadmap before the migration. They will know clearly what we're gonna do for them, and they can say yes or no. And something that is very important, everything is for free. We are not charging for installation, we are not charging about setups, we are not charging about migration. This is for free, included in the price of the package, which I can say that nobody is doing that. Nobody is doing that because it's a headache, because it's responsibility, and I do understand that. But from the commercial side, for me, it's more important to make the job first, and then we can depend on the prices and on the packages that we have.
Okay, thank you. So the bottom line, migration doesn't have to be scary. Migration is something not routine, but manageable, which is the most important thing. And the other thing is we will be with you. I mean,
during the whole process.
During the whole process, 24/7. Thank you. Thank you, Denis. Thank you for being with us. And please subscribe and wait for our new podcast, which will be focused on the future performance updates, which we're going to have on MediaCore, and some updates on the AI and ML engines, which we will integrate into the platform. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you soon.